Welcome back. Dangerous escaped criminals have been roaming the streets for more than a month. Two offenders fled Tshwane's Kgosi Mampuru center on the 9th of December last year. One offender was serving 21 years for various violent crimes, including rape and kidnapping, and the other had a 20-year sentence for housebreaking crimes. Correctional Services spokesperson Nxumalo joins us now for an update on the situation. Mr. Nxumalo, so it's been more than a month. Can you give us an update on any progress made in trying to recapture these criminals?
A very good afternoon, and thank you for having us. It remains a matter of concern to us that the two are still roaming the streets. Whether they're in the country or they left the country, it doesn't really matter. What is needed urgently is that they be caught and come back to serve their sentences. And as a department, we're still working with other law enforcement agencies in trying to get the two to be brought back, not just behind bars, but now they have to stand another trial for escaping under lawful custody. As a department, we are still following some leads, but it does concern us that it's taking a bit long time to get them back, and it's a matter of serious concern.
There are also a number of other inmates who managed to escape during the course of last year and are still at large. Could you give us an update on how many of those have been recaptured?
When you look at the financial year, which starts at the beginning of April until end of March, we have had 111 escapes in correctional services, and 92 of those have been caught. Meaning that we could, get them, they're back in custody, serving their sentences. But still, that does not give us comfort, even though those rearrests are quite big. We should make it impossible for people to escape under lawful custody. But we have seen people trying all manner of things, all creative means to escape. Hence, then it becomes important that those who find it possible to escape, they are then brought back at least within 72 hours. But then, even if that 72 hours is not reality, we never put those cases away. We still put them on high alert to an extent that we manage to get them back. Some find that even after some years, we're able then to pin them back to say they escaped from lawful custody, and then they have to then go before a court of law and answer for that particular offense, and also to check whether they have not committed other offenses. Hence, then it's a matter of concern to the entire security system when people escape under lawful custody.
Mr. Nxumalo, following the escape on the 9th of December of these two particular individuals that we were discussing earlier, an investigation was launched into possible negligence on the part of the correctional facility that had been housing them. Where are you with that investigation, and what's been found so far?
It is unfortunate that one publication, which I can name Mail and Guardian, opted to mislead the public on this one. We were very clear in our communication when this escape happened to say we have to launch an investigation looking at all possible angles to say what is it that happened there. We even said if perhaps there was negligence, that will also come to the fore. But we never said negligence was definitely the cause. So and something that we took up with the paper to say it is irresponsible to then say negligence is the cause of this when you don't have it, because you've got to do an investigation. Your findings will then determine what was the cause. If yes, indeed there was negligence, then that investigation must point to it. That where we are at this stage, the investigation is still ongoing, and the sooner we get these people back, the better, because they can even give us more information to say how was it possible for them to escape, and that also becomes then part of intelligence, so that even when we look at our security systems, we are able then to tighten up if there are particular gaps that inmates manage to capitalize on. But at no point we said this particular escape was linked to negligence by our staff or any other person. Hence, then we said to the paper, it is totally irresponsible. Wait for that investigation to be completed. Then it will give us exactly what really happened, because we even disclosed that tracing the route that the two escapees used, we could even find some makeshift the weapons that they used, like a hammer, which you've got to ask yourself, how did they manage to get hold of that? But you could see that it's a self-made hammer, but still, it's a matter of concern to us. They will have to tell us how did they manage to get hold of that hammer, and was it really used, or was it just a decoy? Because you will know, a correctional facility, the walk is so thick, it is almost impossible that you can take it down using a hammer. Hence, then, it's not something that you can take it lightly and say, negligence.
It seems we have lost our signal from Correctional Services spokesperson Singabako Umalo, giving us an update there on the escape of 2 inmates on the 9th of December. Those 2 inmates still not reapprehended. Members of the public have been warned that if they come into contact with these 2 to immediately notify their local police station.